It's that time. You are officially in the Alert Zone. Welcome to the Alert Zone TV. I am the wizard, Uncle James. I would love for you to become an active citizen, and you can do that by hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell so you can be notified when we drop fire content, giving the video a like, sharing. If you are 18 years of age or older, practice your Second Amendment rights. It is not illegal under the Constitution at 18 in most states. Yep. A little bit warm. You can buy you one of these. It's my Bushmaster AR-15 Chamberlain 5.56 223. I usually run 223s through it. It is legally owned. So, I wanted to talk about something. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. I'm gonna make some people angry with me, especially black folk. But we gotta have this talk, man. Matter of fact, while I'm sitting here in the car, got the Ruger with me, SR-45 today, and still got the Walther PK-380 with me. Just wanted to talk about how I saw something that really disturbed me, as far as a 14-year-old boy in Chicago is charged with murder, unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful use of a firearm, on top of all other kind of counts. For those of you in the Chicago area, you know what I'm talking about. But this is not about what the mainstream media talks about with all these killings in Chicago. That's not why I'm bringing this up. If you follow me on the other channel, and if you've been following me here, if you're new here, go back to the beginning of the channel and just take time out to watch the commentary and then tell me what you think about it. This 14-year-old boy is charged with murder. He murdered a 32-year-old man because of his mammy. Yeah, I said his mammy. I mean it just like that. His mammy got into an argument with a man. This was Sunday night, last Sunday. She texted her 14-year-old son to come in there with that gun. And then when he came in there, she started a fight with this man. A punch was thrown. According to the news, he swung first, so my guess is she was threatening him, but I wasn't there. But his own video, that this little boy is standing in the doorway watching, he goes in his hoodie, pulls the gun out and starts shooting. He shoots this man. And then, after he shoots this man, sorry about that, I'm trying to keep a light angle. After he shoots this man, the man comes out. He shoots the man while he's on the ground. The mom takes the gun and shoots the man, gives it back to the son, and then tell him, the two witnesses, now I want you to shoot them. And the son kind of was wrestling with her with the gun and said no. She's been charged with murder. Now, she was a legal firearm owner. She didn't have it with her. The reason I'm bringing this up is I told you guys, in the black community, and this is to young black men in particular, because we are the most notorious for this, black men, black boys. We will jump out of a window of a perfect building for our mom and never ask why. That woman throws that little boy's life away because she couldn't keep her fucking mouth shut. There was nothing in that argument that tells me if she texted him, she already was escalating that argument, and that was her plan all along. I told you guys and girls, because you are legally armed doesn't mean you go out looking for trouble. We don't advocate that here on YouTube. Anybody that does firearm content on YouTube legally, we don't ever advocate that you escalate a situation. We always tell you what? If an argument break out, go the other way. It's not worth it. We don't have these because we're running around looking for trouble. I don't carry this in hopes that somebody's going to argue with me so I can kill him. I don't carry this in hopes that somebody pulls a gun out on me so I can kill him. This is to protect my life and my family's life. We don't advocate violence here. This is to go relieve stress with sometime. This can put food on the table. You understand what I'm saying? That's something we got to talk about. We're going to talk about it right now. Like I told you guys, I'm 43 years old. If I live to see August the 27th, I'll be 44. I've watched women throughout my life go out and start shit with little boys when we was young and then go get their son and only tell him half of the story. The next thing you know, her son out there fighting with his friends. And then when they get to school the next day, you find out, oh, we was just sitting outside on somebody's porch and your mom walked by and we said hi and she just started talking crazy to us. Or she heard us making noise outside and she didn't come out and tell us to calm down. She told us to shut the fuck up or I'll go get my fucking son for y'all. You guys and girls don't understand out there. For those of you who haven't been around this before, in the hood, how many killings and shootings and stabbings and what have you, fights happen behind that? Listen to your rappers. What do your rappers always tell you? They're coming out there behind mama. They never say nothing about their dad, but they're coming out there behind mama. It don't matter how wrong she was. Man, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with loving your mom. There's nothing wrong with loving nobody. But you gotta love yourself, man. Don't let your mama fucking throw your life away. I'ma rub some people the wrong way with what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. I told you guys about Ja Morant. There was a couple of them incidents his mama called him. That dude is an NBA star, making millions of dollars. Why would you even put him in that fucking position? And he didn't ask no questions. He knows his mama is a loudmouth that goes around starting shit. And she calls him and he fucking comes and zooms out there. He has a daughter. Let me explain something to you. As men, when we leave home and we create our own family, that's our number one priority is our family at home. Yes, you don't want nothing to happen to your mom, but a lot of y'all out there know y'all got moms that fucking start shit and then she come get y'all. And y'all come out there like fucking crash dummies. Go to New Orleans. Go to OPP. Go to Templeman. Go to Providence Memorial Park. Go to some of these other cemeteries and look at how many boys and men lost their lives behind their mama doing that kind of fucking shit. See, we always hear about these killings and shootings, but we never hear why, what it was about. All you gotta do is her last, I think her name was Hood. Let me look that up real quick. Y'all bear with me just a minute, because I'm leaving the public hunting lane. All you gotta do is YouTube. 14-year-old told to kill man by his mom. And it'll come up. I think her name is Carlisha Hood. I know her last name is Hood. She threw her and her son's life away. For what? But also this points to something else. How many times has she done this before? She felt comfortable enough doing this, and her son felt comfortable enough coming out there for her. How many other little guys in the neighborhood you think she's pulled this stunt on? We as black boys and black men, and I have to say it just like it is. That's why I'm Unc. That's why I made the uncle status. Uncle gonna tell you what your mom and your daddy ain't. We black boys have been brainwashed to the point that our moms can do something fucking wrong in front of us and we'll fucking give her life, our life, for her knowing she was dead wrong. Man, that gotta stop. All these dudes that's locked up, there's dudes that might see this in the jailhouse right now in Angola, Louisiana State Penitentiary, that might go back to their cell and think about it. Damn, my mom was like that. Damn, my mom got my brother killed. Damn, my mom got my other brother killed. My mom's mouth got me locked up in prison. Now, I know as black people, we're not allowed to talk about this. We can't ever criticize our moms. And this is not a shot at mamas. I'm pointing something out here. This happens more common than a lot of people think or may want to admit to. That's not the exception. That's the rule in most places. And she's okay with her. I keep telling y'all, when you see the first 48 and all these different news stories of these young kids getting their head blowed off young, their moms stand out and talk about how good of a person they was. And then you start finding out, oh, for the last 3 years, he's been carrying guns and thugging, and his mama's been okay with it. Because it was somebody else's son that was on the receiving end. Now it don't feel so good because she's on the receiving end. Her son is on the receiving end of somebody's firearm or in somebody's prison. Think about that. That boy 14 years old and they're going to charge him as an adult. That boy's life is over with. Moms, especially black ones, y'all gotta restrain yourself, man. Y'all can't keep brainwashing these sons to be your husbands and your protectors. Because he's supposed to protect you, but he's not supposed to be your damn personal crash dummy. He's not supposed to be the person you go start something with, and then you go start something and then you gonna call him and he's gonna go take care of it. You're setting yourselves up, your sons, for prison and the graveyard. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. I've witnessed it. I witnessed people, women, and I'm just being specific about moms. I'm not even going to go into the whole women thing because I don't want to seem like I'm gender warring. I'm pointing something out. This happens more than people think it does. It's just unfortunate where it was because we know when we hear Chicago and shootings, you know what that's meant to imply. But this little 14-year-old boy done lost his freedom and possibly the rest of his life because of his mammy. If you're a female and you're in the alert zone, comment. I've only seen 2 or 3 since I started this channel. On the other channel, I had a couple more. Comment. Tell me what you think. If you're a man, a young boy, this cuts across all racial and ethnic lines, but particularly when it comes to black boys. I've watched it. I watched it for years. Boys go to prison. Boys go to the graveyard. Boys get maimed. Boys stop being friends with each other because one of them, mom went and started a fucking beef between them. Just because. Now, I don't know why that woman got into that argument with that man. That's not my issue. My issue is that she called her fucking son in there to shoot that man. If you got a FOIA card and you licensed to carry, you should have had your gun on you. But to call your son in there and make him fucking shoot somebody and then turn around and say, now shoot the witnesses, that's beyond protecting yourself. And the little boy must have realized what he done, that he reacted emotionally because he wouldn't shoot at the witnesses and he even fought his mom over the gun. That boy's life is over with because of his mama. And yet we're not allowed to talk about this because we have been given, mom has been given goddess status. She can't do no wrong. But my young boys out there, my young 10 years old and up, think about that. The next time your mama come get you or come home and tell you some little boy your age got out of the way with her, stop to think about it. What kind of mama do you have? Do you have a mom that likes to go around cussing people out, cussing little kids out just because? Some of y'all know y'all got them kinds of mamas. Or do you have a mom that's minding her business and something actually did happen before you go running out there and throw your life away? Because I'm going to tell you this. Once that bullet leaves the chamber, you can't take it back. Once this goes into somebody or at somebody, you can't take it back. I mean, just think about that. That little boy thought about what he did after he shot this man and killed him, that he wouldn't shoot the witnesses. But think about his mama. That's not love to put her son in that kind of situation. I know I ain't supposed to talk about it. I know I'm just supposed to shut up and let it go. It wasn't at my house. But you know what? That could have been me. That could have been one of y'all out there that had words with somebody, and the next thing you know, they calling in their son to fucking shoot you. And think about it. If that fight between that man and that woman turned physical, there was a reason. And that kid recognized that. Damn, my mama got one of them fucking big mouths. Because all this stuff is on video. There's no audio. All this shit is on video. Of her pulling up. Her going into the fucking building. Her getting into an argument. Her son coming up and standing at the fucking door watching. He had a light color hood on. And then pull a gun out and shoot. And then him and her out in the parking lot. It's all on video. Ladies, there's nothing wrong if you are alone with your children. I'm not going to go into all that. If your son is supposed to be the protector of the house, that's fine. But don't put him in harm's way. Don't get mad with his girlfriend for putting him in harm's way, but it's okay for you to do it. And when I say putting in harm's way, I mean going start shit and then calling him. Stop putting your sons in harm's way. Sons, stop jumping in harm's way for your mama. Assess the situation, man. There's a lot of guys out here, especially black ones, that got a lot of regret that they can't speak of publicly because the community gonna ostracize you for that, because you can't ever say nothing about your mom if you're a black man or a black boy. You'll be considered emotional, or you got mommy issues. You can't point out the fact that you have a mom that constantly puts you in harm's way. We always talk about in the community the moms that put their daughters in harm's way by bringing them around older men to sexually seduce them, but we never talk about how the moms put their sons in harm's way, having their sons out there committing crimes and backing him to the hilt until he get caught and he loses life or his freedom. So a lot of y'all sitting in jail right now. And I'm saying y'all sitting in jail right now because I'm not stupid. I know a lot of people back there got phones now. Your mom is the reason you're sitting back there. That's sad that man lost his life at 32 years old. And it's sad that 14-year-old boy lost his life. Because he's probably going to spend the rest of his life, or at least his youth, in prison. Because the one thing he can't argue is that he didn't do it his own film. All because of his fucking mama. Hit me in the comment section and let me know what you think, man. Till next time, everybody out there, stay safe, stay armed. We riding with 2 guns today. Stay on high alert.